Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. DOT is progressing nicely in its current third wave to the upside. We have basically the initial 5-wave move to the upside completed. Talked about the wave 2 correction. Yeah, seems to have finished early. Well, not really early, but it's still a shallow wave 2. It reached our support zone, however. But yeah, it was still a shallow wave 2. The break out of the corrective price channel indicated that something different is going on. And then DOT also broke above the recent breakout points. And now actually we should be watching for this area to be reached. Yeah. At the minimum, I would say $8, but probably rather like $8.66, $9.20, $9.77, right, roughly around the $10 mark in this third wave. The third wave is, again, it's a 5-wave pattern. But do we see all 5 waves nicely defined? It's not always the case in a third wave in crypto, so just be aware of that. We had basically now 4 different potential entry points that we communicated here. So we really had plenty for anybody who wanted to use them, even though the pullbacks were shallow on 3 of them. But nevertheless, they were the pullbacks that we could read and identify, and where we said against those relevant support levels, the focus can remain on higher. If a pullback shows, it can be an opportunity. And basically the assumption is that we're now in this third wave. It is important to understand that, obviously, as I said, third wave consists of 5 waves. These will always show, but sometimes the pullbacks are so shallow, or sometimes the extensions are so long that you don't really get that opportunity for a pullback in a third wave. So just want to mention that before. I feel I'm doing that more and more these days, so people are prepared, and it feels like it helps because, sometimes in the past, I sometimes forget people don't understand how a third wave looks like and so on, especially most of you do, most of you who've been following this channel for a while. But first of all, a lot of new people have come into the space, never experienced a real third wave rally in crypto, never experienced a bull market or bullish market. Yeah, in the end, that's just labeling. So, an uptrend, basically an aggressive uptrend in crypto. And therefore, I just need to, I need to make sure that those waves aren't always very well defined, especially in a third wave, or even in a third wave of a third wave. So we call that the heart of a third wave rally, really the melt up phase. You don't often see those deep pullbacks, and they just don't show anymore. And that's why I often say like a 1-2 setup is the best entry point. Here you have the greatest opportunity for a deep pullback. But even there, you can see sometimes in a bullish market, pullbacks can still be shallow, even though that was nicely defined and in size and it reached the area. But yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes they are shallow, sometimes they are deep. And reality is, in crypto, in a bullish market, they are often rather shallow. So target, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, pivots. So target for circle wave 1. Okay. So there is a clear area where we say if the price gets above that, I would typically stop to watch for a wave 2 pullback. So the next one, basically, right? So it's oftentimes the area between the 61 and the 78.6. We're not even there. But this is sort of the area where I'd be watching for the start of the wave 2. Now, that doesn't mean it has to start. It means that if no pullback shows and we get a break above that 78.6 extension, like Bitcoin did it recently, then we typically start to expect continuation without any deeper pullbacks. Okay, I would then, for example, have to assume that maybe this wave 1 was already here, this wave 2 here, and we're just going very directly, in this third wave, and it's a very extended third. That's just sort of, not predictable. Well, in a sense it is, because we know it happens all the time in a third wave. It's just that you don't really know, okay, sometimes you get a very well-defined structure, and that's straightforward to trade, and sometimes not so well. It's just to prepare mentally for the scenario that sometimes we just see very aggressive third waves, okay? And that, let's say, the risk or the potential opportunity grows for that above the $7.12 level. At the moment, we have 5 waves up, absolutely, and therefore I have to use the 78.6 retrace as support. So that means we continue to focus on higher against the $5.13 level at the moment. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.